On today's episode, what do you do when your friends don't tip the same way that you do? The majority of feedback that I've gotten on this channel has all been about a video that I did, the things that you should always or never do in a restaurant. Quite surprising, a little divisive, especially the part about tipping. Here's what I said. Your baseline for tipping, should be 25%. It is the absolute minimum. Hey, and I still hold true to that. Yes, there are some states that have done away with tip credit, and so tips have changed to service charges, and that's an entirely different video. But still, in the majority of states, servers and bartenders are reliant on your tips solely to make their money. I do want to have friends. I did say that I stopped hanging out with them, and that's not exactly true. That would kind of be a jerk move. But I also want to tip the way that I tip. So here's what I do. If I'm going out with somebody that I know doesn't feel comfortable in tipping 25%, I ask to split the check. Yes, I hate splitting checks, and I've talked about the importance of splitting equally. However, if you're hanging out with somebody and those few extra dollars that gets it to 25% makes them uncomfortable, those are likely not going to be the same people who are going to be excited about splitting it equally. So you do it based on consumption, and you tip accordingly on what you have. And if you know that you're going out with a friend that's going to leave 18%, then you tip a little more. Is it your job to cover for a thrifty buddy? No, but it's your way of making sure that the server or bartender are getting taken care of, because again, that's their livelihood. And for those of us who work in the restaurant industry, we know that we have to support that in order to make the job attractive as a viable option so that people will still work in restaurants. If you do happen to split it equally, you might have that same friend ask the question, so how much are you tipping? That's always uncomfortable because again, I'm probably going to tip a few dollars more. By the way, I'm not saying this because somehow I'm super cool or Mr. Rich. I'm neither. I'm just someone who's made their entire life on the service industry, and I value tipping. It matters to me. It doesn't matter at the same level to everybody else, and I accept that, and I understand that. If you tell them that you're tipping a higher amount than they normally would, they're going to feel uncomfortable about that. So if you're splitting it equally and your friend asks, how much are you tipping? You just tell them, you do you, and I'll do me. It's their experience. They can tip what they want. You take care of you. Also, if somebody picks up the tab and once again you know that they are bad tippers, don't do the, hey, I'll take care of the tip thing. That just signals to them that you know that they are bad tippers, and it's kind of a disingenuous move, which gets to my next point. Always carry cash. If you know that you are out with somebody who is a bad tipper, and you see that they have placed a bad tip, there's a very easy way to rectify this. Once I notice the bad tip, I will usually say, hey, I'm going to stop off in the restroom. And then, on my way there or back, I hand the server a little extra. Again, I understand that that's insulting to my friend who's leaving 18%, and I'm not there to correct them and tell them that they should leave more, but I also know that that server is going to be tipping out, and that doesn't leave a lot at the end. So I'll throw an extra 20 bucks. As long as my friends don't know that I'm doing it, I don't see the harm in it. I feel better, they feel better. Again, this isn't me being Mr. Big Shot. It's just somebody who's worked in the restaurant industry for 30 years. And tipping to me is sacrosanct. To recap, split checks when you know that you're out with somebody who doesn't tip great. Bring cash if you know that they're going to pick up the tab. Pretty straightforward ways of making sure everybody is happy. Just don't get caught slipping a 20 to a server by your friends. Thanks so much for watching. Again, check out The Surprise Restaurant Manager. Still holding strong on Amazon. You can check it out on Kindle or the audiobook on Audible. If you go on over to corganhospitality.com, you will notice the big news that has taken up quite a lot of my time lately, which is that the consulting wing has been acquired by the 50/50 Group here in Chicago. Very cool. So now, It's not just a small group of people that can help you out with your hospitality needs. It's an entire arsenal. If you know of anybody who needs any help in the hospitality field, or even in a field that isn't hospitality but wants to improve their service level, let me know. You can email me right here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, check out some other videos. And yeah, I've been doing a very poor job of uploading recently, so I will work on doing that as well. Have a great, fantastic day, and I appreciate you.